Hey people, Intred here, 3v3 faction war. This is SDL Province and Imperial Guard versus Chaos Fellas. For the Blue Guard team, the Tenso, with an Inquisitor, offensive hero with powerful control abilities, begins in melee but can get specialised ranged weapons. This is the Mordian Iron Guard elite scheme. Alongside, KhornBite as a Lord General fighting in ranged combat begins with a retinue of Stormtroopers really strong defense and support. Can also add to this retinue Deathcore of Krieg DLC here. Rounding off this Blue Guard team is Boss of the Gym, Skipper of Legs as a Lord Commissar. Strong offense and support fighting in melee begins with a refractor shield, can shoot his own fellas in the head. This is also the Deathcore of Krieg, but looks like it's been recolored. Red Chaos, Floid with a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control. Some Thousand Suns elite scheme here, alongside Vel as a Plague Champion. Starts off with a damage over time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, some strong utility and support, can also repair. Looks like the Death Guard elite scheme that's been recolored here. Doom bolts flying in, a decent hit at the top of your screen. Rounding off the teams is Machine Elf as a Chaos Lord, a durable and destructive hero. Walking through objects cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption. The Black Legion elite scheme. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen Machine Elf in a replay. Welcome back, buddy. Got some Noble Worship here, providing some health regeneration to the Plague Champion and their units. Floyd has not got a third unit up yet, so maybe they're going straight into Noise Marines or something. The Chaos Sorcerer, though, is going to fall to lasgun fire. How are you going to explain that there, buddy? Noble Worship really allowing Vel to dig in here. Although all of this cover's been broken, probably by the Sentinel, yeah. Ground pound is in. Not for this guy, though. This guy's getting quite low. Chaos Space Marine is going into melee. We've got a grenade barrage there from his heretics. Floyd has indeed got a second heretic squad up now. They are idle, though. Meanwhile, Machine Elf heretics, oh, they barely got away. They have double CSM inside of a garrison there and outside of the garrison. The Chaos Lord mixing it up with these guardsmen on the east side. The Lord Commissar, meanwhile, was trying to mess up those Chaos Space Marines, but is forced to retreat. So is the Chaos Lord, who has Combi Flamer up already. Can really tear through guardsmen as he's chasing them around because of this ranged weapon now. And if they clump up, burn them to death. You know, chaos stuff. Some repairs here. These guardsmen down to 3 models is quite low. Hammer of the Witch is coming in on the Plague Champion's face. Noble Worship still in effect, though. And we have double grenade launcher heretics of Vel. Really bad news for guardsmen. Heretics are reinforcing, taking their time. Back on the west side, Floyd's got some heretics grabbing contested victory point. They can now ambush these poor guardsmen here. They will tear them apart in melee, just as those guys just said that. There's a Doom Blast. I don't think you needed to Doom Blast, but, well, maybe they would have got away annoyingly. Torn up a bit, but they're okay. Back towards this kind of central contested power point. Seen of a lot of action so far. Lord General's going for it with Derek and Nigel in attendance there. Here comes Vel pushing up with those double heretics and some CSM. Heavy weapon squad on the field for KhornBite. Those guys will have a heavy bolter, lug it around and then set it up to fire. And these guys are going to get caught quite badly. They need to use the grenade barrage here. There it is. And they hit them, but the Sentinel then came in and stomped, and they did not want to hang around, so they may see the power pushed here. Plague Champion is still in play. Inquisitor has her Rosaria shield up, now getting the Holy Brazier. And there it is, a power weapon with the Holy Pyre area denial ability. She's backing off now. Noise Marines on the field for Floyd. Noise Marines on the way for Machine Elf as well. Heretics taking a lot of damage. Lord Commissar in there. Chaos Lord just got stomped. Heretics very low, need to be very careful. And they go down. They Doom Blasted to kill the Lord Commissar there and died for it. I don't know if they needed to do that. They did have double CSM here with Eternal War to maybe shoot him down. Chaos Lord barely made it out, but did make it out. I don't think those heretics had an upgrade. Yeah, I didn't see an aspiring champion there, so it's not a huge loss to get that Commissar down. They need to replace those heretics though. The Chaos Lord benefits massively from having that +2 speed worship. Maybe after those Noise Marines are in. Haven't purchased any more heretics yet. The Tenso with Kadgeton Devils. These fellas have power meter weapons. Massive versatility, can support with a smoke grenade, given defensive buffs. And they have ways to disrupt and counter melee. Heretics with an aspiring champion for Floid. Raptors on the field for Vel. Looks like they've been forced off the field already. There's those grenade launchers. The barrage will miss, but they did push everything back, creating space for this cap here. Meanwhile, east side, Noise Marines getting in. Their Sonic Blaster is fantastic at shaking apart these power generators and bringing them down. Looks like they were being harassed by the Sentinel though, and they take the garrison. And there's not a lot of threat to them in the garrison. Okay, but they've got out so they can fire. That Sonic Blaster also shuts down ranged weapons. That's what you see, that effect appear there. Shuts down all ranged attacks actually. You can't even chuck a grenade when you're getting Sonic Blasted. There's some Zenitune worship, allowing these Noise Marines to approach under infiltration. And even if they are spotted because they're shooting, they get a ranged damage resistance buff for being partially revealed. Bolts, it's a solid hit. Heretics closing in. Is the stomp ready? The stomp is ready, but it doesn't hit the Noise Marines. Baited it out with the heretics. These CSM are very low. Need to be careful of a flank. But it looks like Vel has this under control. Raptors got stomped. But yeah, they're cutting off the flank at the very least. Any war gear for the Plague Champion? Nope, but they have level to 2. These Raptors are bullying the back lines here. I mean, they get stomped, but seems like they can tough out all of the lasgun fire afterwards. They could really do with some healing though. Where's that Nurgle worship? They're going to run. Did not drop a model. I don't think they've dropped a model yet. I don't think they dropped a model in that first fight that we missed either, from what I saw of the portraits. Level 2 Inquisitor. Still level 1 for the Lord General. What about you? Power Sword is in. Level 1 for Boss. Bunch of las guns. These guys are in heavy cover. I'm not sure about that guy on the left though. Don't know what he's doing. Machine Elf did indeed replace their heretics, and they are in tier 2. In fact, everyone is in tier 2 or going tier 2. CSM dropped a model there. Maybe a little bit sloppy. Depends how many guardsmen they kill to get that, to lose that CSM model. I don't think they're going to push on the power unless we got flamers coming in. No sign of any flamers. Those guys just want to repair. Meanwhile, this contested power continues to see huge amounts of action. Did they try to push on the power here? I don't think so. Heavy weapon squad is set up. Maybe they know that they're there. And there's some Nurgle worship, of course. Back to the west side, where it is blue. Kadachins have put up an improvised explosive. Plague Marines on the way, and a Chaos Dreadnought on the way. Not to mention the Bane Wolf hitting the field for the Tenso. This is a unique unit for the Inquisitor. She pulls it in from a global bar. Comes with a big old chem cannon to kind of dissolve people, I guess. I'm not sure exactly what this thing is doing. I think that's how it works. It's like acid. Kind of like a Plague Champion Bile Spewer. And it can really effectively melt these generators. Look how quick that power bash is. That is crazy. Noise Marines with the Blast Master getting a good hit there. And here come the Plague Marines with their snaring missile launcher to get a good hit on the Bane Wolf. Needs some repairs, that thing now. Meanwhile, Inquisitor mixing it up with CSM forces them off. Raptors jump in, drawing huge amounts of fire, but then they had to leave. That chem cannon debuffing on hit, by the way. Slows you down, I believe. Oh, Plague Marines got close to another shot, but Kadachins said no with their grenade barrage. Blastmaster continues to get shots. Here's the Chaos Dreadnought. I don't think I've seen it yet. Starts with an auto cannon, which is good damage to all targets. Also has an underslung heavy bolter. Meanwhile, east side, huge amounts of action. Lord Commissar now has stubbornness, and that is loyal to the end being used there, increasing the damage output as they drop models, and of course they are reinforcing off the Chimera. So that's a good little relatively simple combo you can do with a Lord Commissar in tier 2. And these guys have plasma guns as well. The Chimera took huge amounts of damage because of the Plague Marines and the Blast Master. Double Plague Marines now for Vel. Very solid tier 2. May mean they think twice about getting tier 3 vehicles as well. We have anti-armor stormtroopers here. I'm guessing they are going to try and go for this Dreadnought under infiltration because they can infiltrate. Missile launchers on both of these Sentinels too. All 3 Sentinels still up, by the way. Using the crack missile to shoot at the Dreadnought, but Raptors coming in, trying to get their aspiring champion as well. That guy has a big heavy melee demon maul. Sentinel barely survives. There's a Dark Flames in there from the Sorcerer's global bar. Sentinel with 10 hit points. Looks like it's maybe going to get away. Raptors continue to jump. I think maybe they should run now though. They got very, very low. In fact, they're down to 1 model and they lost the aspiring champion. They soaked up huge amounts of damage though. Look at the push that happened with it. Chaos able to push behind them. Inquisitor's being tricky. Letting her get into melee with CSM quite a lot, it feels like. Double Plague Marines have huge amounts of health regeneration, as you can see. But they don't have high levels of armor. They make up for it with just having loads of hit points and health regen. They just have regular infantry armor. The same armor as Guardsmen. Just way more hit points, of course. Blast Master. Bit of an awkward shot. Seems to kind of hit behind those Guardsmen there. Stomp comes in. Blast Master shoots again. That was a much better shot. They are reinforcing, though, off the Chimera. They have their Sergeant, so they'll be reinforcing 2 at a time as well. Nice and quick. Khorn Worship in support, but these guys might need to run. His rec point's been decapped as well. Oh, Machine Elf did lose a Chaos Space Marine squad along the way. There's a bunch of Chaos Space Marine models here, so maybe it was that. Oh, maybe it was when we saw the Lord Commissar charging through earlier, when Loyal to the End was active. Tier 3s. Tier 3 for Vel. Machine Elf already there. The Tenso and Boss have now gone as well. There's a stop. Have some health regen here, which means the Lord General has the stabilizers for back in the fight. 1.5 hit points for 20 seconds. So I guess it gives you 30 hit points back. Doesn't sound like a lot, but if you've got like 3 squads of Guardsmen around you, healing all of those models at 30 each is a lot of healing. Considering they have 100 health each. It also gives them a bunch of health themselves, of course, 100. Box Operator coming in. Sniper Rifle is active. Buffing all those Plasma Guardsmen up. And they've got Assault Kit Stormtroopers as well, which already have insane range. You can boost that even more. Chaos Dreadnought needs to be careful here. Anti-armor Stormtroopers coming in. These Cadetans have their Sarge, which means they have a melter gun and those double missiles as well. I think they're going to get this down. Nope. Floid has saved it. Or have they? They haven't. They were able to throw the melter before the warp came in, so it tracked all the way back to base there. Once the melter's been thrown, it's going to reach its target. Yeah, melter warp, says Tenso. They just waited a bit too long to warp that out, Floid. And they go tier 3 now. Lehman Russ on the way for boss. Machine Elf has a Chaos Predator. No mark yet, but it's still a big old tank. Chaos Lord with Dark Halo. Makes him even more difficult to deal with. Yeah, they really don't have an amazing way to deal with this Chaos Lord now with that shield up. Imperial Guard can sometimes struggle with single target damage kind of thing. I guess double the Stormtroopers with Assault Kits could do that quite well. And Ogrins if they can surround something. But typically you get to tier 2 with a bunch of Guardsmen and a Sentinel, and your single target DPS isn't great. So like a big single entity, I mean. Plague Champions level 3. Still no war gear here. Raptors. Oh, they went for the catechins, really. They went for the power melee guys. They got them out of there, though. Chem Cannon is melting them, though. Literally. You need to run, fellas. I don't know why they jumped again. They did get that suppression in. I mean, maybe it saved them if those guys tried to focus them down as they ran. Auto cannon in play. Is that the Plague Champion falling over? It is. Plague Marines run. There's only a single heretic worshipping Nurgle here. Has to flee. Can the guard push on this? Rod of Warpfire in for the Sorcerer. Also the Demon Armor. Chaos Lord still sitting over here. Oh, there he goes. He's running. Oh, they saw the Demon Rust this way. Chimera is still in play as well. That's been pretty great for the boss. Pretty great. They can come through, fully bash the power. Markers each Havoc's in. Oh, but they're not set up. They won't automatically set up after they get their mark. You need to position them. There we go. They're going to try and get las cannon shots on this Demon Rust. It's now exited the firing arc, so they can try and get shots on the Chimera. But the Basilisk Flare comes in. Look at this. They're going to take down the Leman Russ, I think. Oh, Plague Marines need to be moving. They're not moving. Down goes the tank. Last Master gets a shot. It was almost a massive misplay from Machine Elf there, not moving their Plague Marines. So they traded tanks, basically. And I don't think that Chaos Predator had a mark, so that would have been good for Machine Elf, because the Leman Russ is more expensive than a Chaos Predator without a mark. Chaos Predator on the way now for Floid. The Tenso with a Stormlord. That's going to be fun. Plague Champion still down over here. Sorcerer might be able to sneak in and get him, but they probably have to push this stuff off first. Maybe some good Dark Flames opportunities here. Especially if they can somehow coordinate that with a grenade barrage to knock stuff over. There's the Holy Pyre, doing damage over time and debuffing units caught in it, and there's a Hell Fury strike as well. That takes out the Shrine. There was a Chaos Shrine there. And a front to the Emperor. 272 to 221. Floyd's tank is in. This thing needs to do a lot of work here, I feel like. This is their big play. Went tier 3 for this after the Dreadnought went down. And there's still one Sentinel up. Level 3 with the missile launcher. A lot of damage there. Got an auto cannon as well. And they still have the anti-armor stormtroopers. And there's a Stormlord. Armed with a Vulcan Mega Bolter. Some las cannons and some heavy bolters as well. Huge damage potential against infantry targets. Also allows you to reinforce off it, which is a big deal. The tank, though, should be reasonably safe against it. I mean, it still has those las cannons. Noble Shrine is up, being worshipped, which means these guys can reinforce off it. Well, this is a big push from the guard. Inquisitor leaves. Raptors backing off. Sorcerer backing off. They're going to take the Shrine down. Didn't last very long, and they cost 15 power, I think, the Shrines. It's not cheap to get those things up. Meanwhile, Machine Elf. Power bashing, maybe? There we go. Got a node down. KhornBite has a Stormblade on the way. Another Leman Russ for boss. Another Chaos Predator for Machine Elf. No mark yet. That Plague Champion's still down, eh? What is this guy doing? Oh, he's being messed up by the flare. There we go. They got a shot on the Leman Russ. Plague Marines going after it. I think they should focus down a Chimera, actually. There's some chaotic fire from the level 5 Chaos Lord there, thanks to the Combi Flamer. Just a pile of guardsmen. Double cap for the guard, starting to pull away from this in the late game. But hey, they've cleared the west side, it seems. Some fellas running away there. Stormlord is fine. Oh, they just went mid, apparently. Here's a Stormblade with a big plasma blast gun on it. And there's a bunker. Probably going to be a repair bunker. These guys could use it. The Bane Wolf is still up. Uh-oh. Tank is going to go down. And it was getting Mark of Zinch, I think. I'm not sure if you get those resources back. Yeah, big flank against Machine Elf. They should have called missing on the west side if they didn't push them off. And they didn't. There's that blast gun. Blast gun things. Plague Marines didn't like it. 272 to 98. Heavy weapon squad on the way for Tenso. The Guard looking very strong in tier 3 here. The Chaos Predators just haven't paid for themselves at all. We'll see what this one can do. It is Mark of Nurgle, so it's going to be very tough at least. But Machine Elf had 2 Chaos Predators and they couldn't really do a huge amount with them. That was nasty. Worshipping heretics taken out by the Plasma Blast Gun. Floyd sees the funny side. Level 2 Bane Wolf. Still needs repairs, this thing. Is it a repair bunker? It is a repair bunker. You see those things getting repaired there. That's a huge amount of mechanized infantry coming at you there. Power bashing, 268 to 98. I don't know why they rotated mid like that, the Guard. They didn't push through the mid. They hurt Machine Elf. They could have pushed through the mid after that, but I guess they've just come back to the west side to take it again. Havoc's on the way for Vel. Boss gets some Kashyyykin. That's just too many threats to deal with after losing dreadnoughts and tanks and stuff. I don't find a way for them back in. We do have triple Plague Marines for Vel. If they can get behind one of those vehicles, they should be able to take it down quite quickly. Especially if it's a Bane Wolf or something. But that's a big if. Big if. 252.97. There's the 2-1 for the Guard. Here comes Machine Elf though, rotating mid. I guess they forced off Boss. Did they? Where's Boss's Legion Ross? Oh, just over here. Boss just went mid. And Machine Elf has followed them. I guess they need to. They need to get VPs. But that's fire and brimstone and tank shells. Plague Marines toughing out that fire. Chaos Lord forcing things into the Chimera. Imperial Abyss from Machine Elf. Corn-flavoured Imperial Abyss there. Uh-oh, you can retreat right through it. Not right through the middle, but you still took a bunch of damage. And here we see the Guard pushing the mid. The Stormlord is getting very low. That's a Noxious Cloud on it too. And Melter Raptors, and down it goes. They got one of the big vehicles down. 252 to 61. This Leman Russ is also quite low. Can the Raptors jump? Oh, they're going for this Bane Wolf. This Bane Wolf has been freaking awesome, alright? Level 3. Can the Plague Marines get shots? They can. They should have been moving a bit more there, though. Might have been a bit lucky to get those shots, but maybe the Raptors would have got it done anyway. Raptors now run. They've got a lot of anti-vehicle here for sure, but they've run out of time. And they've run out of resources and will to fight because they've conceded. Machine Elf did have tons of resources there. They could have called in Terminators, which might have been good. If they get Terminators in with Power Fists going, maybe they could have got that Leman Russ down and pushed on. And this was a dangerous anti-vehicle force of Vel. Could have got the Stormblade next, maybe, but Floyd was kind of depleted, although they did have Terminators. I'm not sure if they would have had time. Even if everything went really well for Chaos, they may not have had the VPs to get it done, because look, this might have got decapped right now. At a level 5 Inquisitor, very nearly level 6. Level 5 Lord General was getting the Commissar at the end. Level 3 Lord Commissar. Level 3 Sorcerer. Did you get any war gear, Mr. Plague Champion? No war gear. Did hit level 4 though. Bolt guns going. And a level 7 Chaos Lord. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. Big thanks to these players for playing a faction war, and the Tenso, of course, for getting me this replay and organising the lobby. I'll see you guys next time.